These days, taking great photos isn't just for professionals. Whether you're shooting portraits, street scenes, travel moments, or a bit of everything, having the right camera makes all the difference. From small and simple options to serious gear built for demanding jobs, there's something out there for every kind of photographer. In this video, we're counting down the 6 best cameras for photography right now, what makes each one worth a look, who it's best for, and a few things to keep in mind before buying. All products mentioned are linked in the description below. Number 6. Fujifilm GFX100RF. The most premium model on this list and also the most specialized. If you're working in high-end fashion, commercial product work, or ultra-detailed landscape photography, this camera hits a level of image quality most full-frame systems can't quite reach. The Fujifilm GFX100RF uses a massive 102-megapixel medium format sensor, and it's paired with an 8-stop in-body stabilization system to keep shots sharp, even handheld. We were honestly impressed by how quick it feels for a camera in this category. You get up to 5 frames per second in burst mode, which is plenty for most studio or controlled environment shooting. Autofocus is phase detection based and does a solid job overall, though we did notice some hesitation in low-light scenes or with fast-moving subjects. That's not surprising considering the sensor size. Handling is also better than expected. It's still a big camera, no doubt, but the grip is deep and the balance feels right with most GF lenses. The body is fully weather-sealed, and the electronic viewfinder is sharp and comfortable to use. The rear LCD is large, crisp, and makes image review simple, especially when working tethered in a studio. One thing to keep in mind is the growing but still limited lens selection. While Fujifilm has added more GF glass over time, you won't find the same variety as you would with full-frame systems. And of course, the GFX100RF isn't cheap. But for those who need this level of detail and tonality, it's hard to argue with the results. That's why it earns a spot on this list. It brings unmatched image quality and resolution that goes far beyond what most photographers are used to, especially in controlled, deliberate shooting situations. Number 5. Canon EOS R10. If you're just starting out but want room to grow, the Canon EOS R10 is worth a look. It's compact, beginner-friendly, and surprisingly capable for its price. This camera features a 24.2-megapixel APS-C sensor, paired with Canon's reliable dual-pixel autofocus system, and it's quick, offering up to 15 frames per second with the mechanical shutter, or 23 FPS if you switch to electronic. For those looking to capture action, pets, or just day-to-day moments, that kind of speed is a major bonus. Where the R10 stands out most is usability. The autofocus tracking is smart and sticky, especially when it comes to people or animals. We found that it locks on quickly and stays there, which is a big help when learning to shoot on the move. The built-in flash is also handy. It's not powerful, but it's just enough to save a shot in low light when you don't have an external flash with you. The grip is small but surprisingly comfortable, and the camera is light enough to carry all day. You also get a fully articulating screen, which helps for both stills and video, especially if you're filming yourself. The menus are clean, and Canon keeps the controls straightforward, so you're not fighting the camera to get good results. There are a few trade-offs to note. There's no in-body image stabilization, and the RFS lens selection is still a bit limited, though you can mount full-frame RF lenses without an issue. All things considered, the EOS R10 delivers fast performance, useful features, and a learning curve that won't overwhelm new users. It's a great entry point, and one that doesn't feel limiting as your skills and needs evolve. Number 4. Fujifilm X-T5. For those who want tactile control and stunning colors straight out of camera, the X-T5 nails it. This camera leans heavily into what photographers love about photography: manual dials, a solid build, and image quality that holds up well against much more expensive options. With a 40.2-megapixel APS-C sensor, it offers the highest resolution you'll currently find in this sensor size. That's a big deal if you're into landscapes, editorial work, or simply want more detail without going full frame. Performance-wise, it's snappy and responsive. You get up to 15 frames per second with the mechanical shutter, or 20 with the electronic one. Autofocus has taken a nice step forward from the previous generation, and handles faces, eyes, and subjects moving across the frame with confidence. It's not quite as sticky as Sony's or Canon's tracking systems, but for still photography, it does more than enough. What makes the X-T5 stand out is its feel. It's lightweight, but the magnesium alloy body still feels durable. The physical dials for ISO, shutter speed, and exposure compensation give you full control without needing to dive into menus. That said, the menu system can feel a bit dense at first, especially if you're new to Fuji's layout. The EVF is crisp and easy to compose with, and the dual SD card slots offer that peace of mind you want when shooting events or long days in the field. One thing missing is a vertical grip option, which some shooters may miss for longer sessions or portraits. Overall, the X-T5 is a high-resolution, well-balanced camera that delivers a tactile shooting experience without giving up modern performance. It's an easy pick for enthusiasts who care about both image quality and design. Number 3. Nikon Z8. Think of the Nikon Z8 as a mini Z9, just as capable but easier to carry. This camera is built for professionals who need speed, precision, and resolution, without hauling around a full-sized flagship body. Inside, you'll find a 45.7 megapixel stacked sensor that delivers outstanding image quality and speed. It shoots 20 frames per second in full RAW and up to 120 frames per second in JPEG, which makes it more than capable for fast action, wildlife, and even high-end wedding work. Autofocus is powered by deep learning AI subject recognition, and it's genuinely impressive. It tracks eyes, faces, animals, vehicles, you name it, with accuracy that feels effortless. The real kicker is how consistently it performs across different situations, even when lighting or subject movement is unpredictable. Handling-wise, it brings over the best of the Z9's ergonomics, just in a slightly smaller package. The grip feels secure even with longer lenses, and the camera body is weather-sealed to handle rough conditions. The EVF is bright, sharp, and blackout-free during bursts, so you never lose sight of your subject. Dual card slots, one CFX press and one SD, give you flexibility, though. If you want to take full advantage of those 8K video and high-speed modes, you'll need CFX press cards, which can be expensive. Weight-wise, it's still heavier than your typical mirrorless body, but much more manageable than the Z9. For those who want pro-level performance without the full flagship size, the Z8 hits a sweet spot. That's why it's near the top of this list. Whether you're shooting fast-paced sports or large commercial projects, the Nikon Z8 offers high-end reliability, image quality, and speed in a body that feels just right for long days on the job. Number 2. Nikon Z6 III. A long-awaited update that lands right where it should, between pro performance and enthusiast accessibility. The Nikon Z6 III brings a lot to the table without going overboard. It features a 24.5 megapixel partially stacked sensor, which means faster readout speeds and better autofocus without pushing the price into flagship territory. You get 14 frames per second in burst mode, and video benefits from 6K oversampling to produce sharp, detailed 4K footage. This camera is especially good in low light, with clean files at higher ISOs and solid autofocus even in dim conditions. Subject detection covers people, animals, and vehicles, and it feels confident tracking moving subjects, whether you're capturing portraits at golden hour or fast action on the field. What really stands out is how well-balanced the Z6 III feels. The grip is deep and comfortable for all-day shoots, and the body has a nice solid weight to it without being bulky. The LCD is bright and clear, and the menu system, like most Nikon cameras, is laid out logically with just enough customization to make it feel personal. Dual card slots, CFX Press Type B and SD, add peace of mind for backups or overflow. There are a couple of trade-offs. You won't find a full mechanical shutter, it uses an electronic first curtain only, but that won't be an issue for most. Autofocus is reliable, though Sony still has a slight edge in continuous tracking if you're really pushing it. All in, the Z6 III offers a refined experience for photographers and hybrid shooters who want dependable performance without going to extremes. It's smartly positioned and delivers pro-level results in a form factor that's manageable and reasonably priced. Number 1. Sony Alpha 7RV. If you want the best stills-focused full-frame camera available right now, this is it. The Sony Alpha 7R5 is built for photographers who demand extreme detail, accurate color, and total control. Whether you're shooting landscapes, studio portraits, or commercial product work, this camera delivers a level of image quality that's hard to top. It packs a 61-megapixel full-frame sensor, one of the highest in its class, and combines that with Sony's AI-driven autofocus system to keep even the most fleeting moments sharp. Performance is just as strong as the spec sheet suggests. The autofocus doesn't just lock onto eyes or faces, it can track birds, insects, animals, even moving cars, and it handles all of them with confidence. Despite the resolution, high ISO images are clean, and the dynamic range gives you tons of flexibility in post. It also shoots 8K video with 10-bit 422 recording, which is a bonus, even though this camera is clearly designed with stills in mind. Sony also made big usability improvements here. The new menu system is more intuitive than earlier models, and the 4-axis articulating touchscreen is both sharp and versatile. You also get dual card slots that support both CF Express Type A and SD cards, giving you room to grow. That said, the files are huge, so you'll need fast cards and plenty of storage. And for travel or casual photography, this might be more camera than you need. Still, if resolution, autofocus precision, and image quality are your top priorities, the Alpha 7RV checks every box. It's a powerful tool for professionals and advanced shooters who want nothing left on the table. So that wraps up our picks for the top 6 cameras for photography. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up your gear, there's something on this list for just about every kind of photographer. From compact beginner bodies to high-resolution workhorses, each one brings something solid to the table. If any of these cameras seem like the right fit, you'll find links to them in the description below. If this video helped you out, give it a quick like. Got a favorite camera we didn't include? Drop it in the comments, we'd love to hear about it.